heard it said before that we work on our dreams so we can thrive. If not, we'll work on someone else's and then we'll die. So let me introduce myself to you. I am Wanda D Hollis. Now the D is for Denise, a name given to me by my grandmother. And Wanda was given to me by my great-grandmother. So there you have it, Wanda Denise Hollis. Now some call me Wanda D and my close friends and family call me WD. But either way, I'm just passing through. You see, I came by to inspire you to live beyond your dreams, to go past the clouds and travel on Mars if that's what you so desire to do. Let me assure you that I truly believe in you. Your visions and hopes are seeds planted in you, put there for a reason, perfectly designed for you. I believe that the universe is simply waiting on you. Let me ask you a question. What are your desires? What is that thing? You know, that thing that burns inside of you. That thing that nags you. What is that dream that used to ride with you? I am here to tell you. I am here to encourage you. I am here to let you know that it's not too late to take that dream off the shelf and give birth and let it kiss the earth and then spread it as though it was a dessert. I am enough. I am enough. And yes, you are enough. You, and you too are enough. Now live knowing and believing that there is nothing, absolutely nothing you can't do. Why? Because together we are more than enough. Hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Oh. Okay, yes, it's me, Wanda D, the Motivational Queen. And you have tuned in to the I Am Enough talk show where your dreams do matter. Yep, they do, right here. Every first and third Sunday, that's where we are inside of Status Network. And if you're in the ATL area, you can come down. We will let you in the building as long as you know the right codes. We won't tell you those codes, though, unless you call us. Hint, you have to call us. So today we're going to be doing something amazing. We have a very special guest that has drove in all the way from Florida. I tell you, when people complain about what they can't do, I can show you 10 people that can break all of those rules and all of those odds. This young lady has joined us today, Miss Jenelle Harris, and she's in the building to talk about her business and what she has going on. And you know what day it is? It's the third Sunday. Ooh. So our beautiful panel of women, our I Am Enough talk show Women in Biz are here. Well, we're waiting on a few. Hint, if they're listening, they better get in the building. Now, y'all already know I'm very transparent, so yes, but they'll be here to talk about what new things they have going on. And today is Resurrection Day, correct? So we're going to talk about how we're going to resurrect these dreams and get this party started the right way. If you are sitting on any type of gifts, you need to let them go. You need to expose them to the world. Everybody needs to know about it. The most important time of your life is when you discover what you come here to do. It's not your birth. It's not your exit. It's when you realize that you came to this planet to do something. And that's what this platform is designed. We work with the ones that are working. I'm not pulling nobody into nothing, but I will push you through everything. Okay? You get me? So with that said, let me just tell you what else we have going on here. You can see the flyer strolling through, so I just want to touch on a few things. And to let you know that our very special guest, Ms. Jenelle, she's having an event called Expand Your Territory, June the 22nd, and that's going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina, Kakalaki. Is that how you say that? Kakalaki? Okay. So I have a studio audience. They just don't want to speak up right now. So maybe I can encourage them to throw out a shout out, a yell, a yippee-yi-yay or something. Okay, now I feel like, somebody else is in the room. So she'll be coming through talking about this event, a beautiful event that she has going on here in North Kakalaki or Kakalaka or something like that. Kakalaki. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with all of the terms. Okay, sure. Okay. So anyway, we'll be doing that, and also what we have going on. So another thing is on May the 4th. Lakel and I will be doing an education and empowerment event right here in East Point at the Gill Gallery. Now, if you're a business owner or aspiring to be a business owner, you want to come down to East Point, and you can get all the details. We'll give you all the details as the show goes on. But this is going to be so powerful because it's also it's Black people networking, Black businesses mainly, and I say that not to say that nobody else is welcome, but we're going to be talking about just different tools and tips that you need as a business owner and the things that can help you grow in business. Okay, so that's going on in May the, May the 4th. And that event is from 12 to 6. Now, another event that's going on this month is, where was it? Miss Webster is having an event on, or she's going to be a presenter at the Steel Award, and that's April the 27th, right here in Atlanta. So you all going to get the details for that as we work through the show. And as always, we do our Wake Up Winning call on the Facebook Live. This call is again designed for people in business or inspiring to be in business or people that like to support people in business. What we do every morning is come together to raise the vibration, give energy, help support and push one another into wherever it is we're trying to go within our business or within our life, because we all know that your life is connected to your business. So your home life is connected to your business life. It's just this whole beautiful circle that we're in. With that being said, on today's show, I thought long and hard about just certain things that we're going to cover. One thing I want to talk about is how are we setting our intentions and how are we going about our everyday as far as tackling those little goals to get to those bigger goals. Like what is the moving part in us that pushes us along that way. So we're going to be hearing from the ladies and get their perspective and figure out why they do what they do. Another thing that's going on this month is the Slug Fest. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we had the fighter was in here, 6, and he is now turned pro. And very exciting, so you all can get his information and details for that as well. And we're going to take a short break, but when we do, I want to show you a clip. This clip is y'all know I'm in the movies, right? Yes. Okay. Yes. And every time I say that, I'll be like, y'all know I'm in the movies, right? So this movie clip, it's a trailer. The name of it is Faceless Shadows. The writer and also the director is Miss Shawnee Sanders, and she's also a part of our Status Network family. She asked me if I would participate in this project, and I said, sure. You're going to take a look at this clip, and then when we come right back, we're going to have our first special guest. So watch it.
I need you to tell me what's going on in that house.
Somebody cry. There's gonna be something to cry about. Hush! Hush, let that hush! Hush!
Who are you in there talking to, huh? Huh? You gonna learn today, boy!
I have dreams, and Calvin's gonna make them come true, and that's love. That's all the love I need.
I'm the best thing that ever happened to her. You too, for that matter. I said dance, Daddy.
Ooh, here's a word.
H-A-T-E. Now, how about that? I hate this. I hate this. Okay.
Hey! Why do you do that? I am not cleaning it up.
Breathe. Lily gonna pay. Lily gonna pay for all the shit she put me through.
Don't do this. Please,
Don't say nothing. But they been at it again. That son of yours, something else.
Ruby, what you mean by that son of mine?
Get away from me! I rebuke you! I rebuke you! No, I'm right with God! I'm repentant! I got the Lord on my side! So you can do what you want to do to me! You can do what you want to do to me!
I have to follow the path that God has for me.
Hell no, I ain't signed up for this. You got me twisted.
Oh, God, I plead the blood over my daughter. I plead the blood over my grandkids.
I suggest you get the hell out of this house before I lose my religion.
Wanda is considered one of the most passionate and positive people you'll ever meet, both personally and professionally. Her inspirational mentoring, sales, and customer service training has dubbed her to be Wanda D Hollis, the Motivational Queen. She launched Wanda D TV, a revolutionary online real estate talk show where local businesses and community leaders discuss their services, issues, and concerns. Wanda is passionate about helping people achieve their goals and dreams. She has gone on to pursue many passions, including her I Am Enough talk show, having a seat on the West Georgia Board of Realtors, author of inspirational and motivational books, and also a strong supporter of several nonprofit organizations within her community. Wanda believes that there's no such thing as bad decisions, only regrets of not making the right attempt. For speaking engagements or to book her for your next event or conference, please visit www.IamEnough365.com.
Mic song. Mic check one. Hey y'all, we back. It's me, Wanda D, the Motivational Queen, and joining me is my very special guest, Miss Jenelle Harris in the building.
Yes.
Woo, 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 woo,
Yes.
woo, 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 woo.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've been trying to get here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and let me just tell everybody, we met on Facebook.
That's right.
I tell you, I meet the most beautiful people on Facebook. If Facebook is my friend. So we met on Facebook. We was talking about, women's issues and connecting and empowerment. And do you remember how you found me or how it happened?
I believe it was through a post, but when we did get on the phone, we was on the phone for 3 hours.
We were.
Remember, 3 hours.
And I didn't bill you?
3 hours. No, we started to collaborate. I guess the conversation was interesting.
It must have been very interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
You never got a bill in the mail or
Nope,
nothing?
nope,
Wow.
Nope, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so originally from
New York,
From
Brooklyn,
New
New
York?
York. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Brooklyn in the
Brooklyn
house.
in the house. Yes.
Brooklyn in the house. Now,
Flatbush.
Flatbush. So for any of our
Absolutely.
viewers that's watching online, Facebook or anything, so make sure you shout out what city you're in. We'll be checking Facebook from time to time. Maybe I could talk Miss Farley into keeping an eye on y'all and commenting back to y'all. That's what we have to do around here. But we'll be checking in with Facebook. So anybody that you want to give a shout out to? That's from
Yes, from Brooklyn.
From Brooklyn.
My peeps. Well, pretty much most of my family have relocated, but shout out to Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, Marcy's, Tompkins. Queens.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Y'all heard that now, but you don't live in Brooklyn now.
Correct. I'm in Florida now.
In Florida.
Yes. Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a nice area.
Yeah, the weather. I'm gonna say the weather's pretty nice. The weather's nice, and the palm trees. So when New York is cold, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Florida is really nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved to Georgia, and it was Thanksgiving, and we were sitting out on the veranda. You know, the porch.
Wow.
And I was like, I was so impressed because I had never been outside in November in Detroit. That's not something you do. And we were out there barbecuing and, cooking and, it was just like a great
time.
Yeah. So, for that reason alone, that's why I've remained here. So I totally get that. Now, tell me, are you married?
Yes, I am. It's good. 10 years now. 10 years.
10 years. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Black love in the house. Woo, woo. Give it up for black love. We celebrate everything
That's
around
right.
here.
That's right.
We don't need no reason. 10 years.
Yes.
That's enough to be celebrated.
Yes. Amen to that. We have our ups and downs, but more so it's more of it's a urban relationship, I must say.
Okay.
We come from different parts of life, but when we collab and, business oriented, but yes, it's black love for real.
For real. I love that. That's what we need more of, black love. Absolutely. So, and now I know you're still working, but you also maintain your own business. Are you just getting started in business?
Correct. Well, I've been in business for a long time, over 16 years.
Okay.
But this is the first time that I'm ready to retire from the 9 to 5. Want to give myself about maybe less than a year, and want to do She Exists full time.
Okay.
Yes.
So and that's why you're here. You said, hey, I want to come on and talk about what's going on with She Exists.
Yes.
So I need you to explain to our viewers exactly what She Exists means, represent, and what is the company all about.
Okay, so She Exists does have many hats. So just, took some notes here if it's okay. So our mission for She Exists is to facilitate professional development, business education, health and wellness, and the necessary leadership. And with doing that, we're going to get so many other women involved and network and come as a unit. I've just hired an administrative. She is Hope, and Hope is from the Muslim perspective. She's Muslim, and she's bringing a whole diverse team to it. So it's really interesting. So we're all going to come together, Asian, Caucasian, blacks, and we're going to sit in this pot and we're going to figure it out.
Okay.
Definitely.
So is this geared towards women?
It's geared towards women, and husband can come aboard as he
and
exists.
And look, and the men. No, so you know what you say?
Yes.
You say women and the men that support the women.
Absolutely.
Right? We got some men supporters in the house. Can y'all give out the big roof? Yes. Yeah. See, and we know all about that. So that's great. And the primary focus will be on what?
The primary focus is really on culture, and it's building leaders. So, we're here and we have our business, but sometimes we struggle because a lot of people don't really get it. It's a big hype, I have this dream, but it's building you to a foundation where you're always to be able to be independent. That they'll know to look for Wanda, know to network, know that we need to have a platform and come on here and market your brand. Because sometimes people, they don't know where to get their LLC, so you can find that where I can pick up the phone and say, hey, Wanda, and share some referrals, and it's plugging in. So that's the goal, and of course building a platform for anyone to come in and market, and just market and be able to be strong.
So my question is, will it have like a membership portion to it? Is that where you're going with that concept, or is it just going to be individuals coming together?
Well, I'm still fine tuning. So I won't say that as yet. It possibly can for 2021. But I just launched. It's called She Exists Global Digital Magazine. It's coming real soon. So I want to work on that. My main focus is to bring people in this magazine that have so many desired dreams and they're not heard, or they're just, I don't know where to start. So I want to start by helping baby steps and putting them in this magazine and giving them some foundation.
So tell me more about this global digital magazine. Is it also going to be in hard copy, or is it
Correct.
just digital?
It's going to be in hard copy. So what we're going to do is we're doing a sample for May, because we already have a lot of content, and we have diverse, and we have different women that's going to be in this magazine. But it's a platform where anyone, healthcare, economics, just anything that is so vital. I just interviewed a guy that recovered from scoliosis. And with that, he turned around and he helped so many people. Mm-hmm. So those are the stories that we want to hear, those testimonials. Then you have life coach, motivational speakers. They're out, they're speaking, but who knows about you? So I want to be able to celebrate them every day. Mm-hmm. Celebrate people, celebrate business, celebrate their meaning. Because oftentimes it's a celebrity on Instagram, right, and not knocking a celebrity, but mothers that work hard. She exists. The right. stories behind a single parent that has 3-4 jobs. Right. and have 4 or 5 children. And they're doing it. They're making it. Right. So those are the stories that we want to celebrate, and She Exists.
And I love the name. Don't y'all love the name She Exists? So it's really saying that because a lot of times in our fog we kind of lose our way, and yes. we think that we're irrelevant.
Yes.
And so you're saying you shining light on that, she exists.
Absolutely.
She's right over there.
Absolutely.
And she's ready to make a difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what made you kind of really get started on that platform? What happened to you? There's something we want to know. Yeah. We want you to tell us exactly what happened to you. What made you wake up one day and say, doggone it, I got to do this?
Right. So that's a very good question, and it gets intense.
I know it did. That's a question for you. That's probably the only question we need to know right about now.
So, growing up in Brooklyn, and I won't say that I was a product of my environment, but that's all you know. So what happened, I had my son at 18, and I wanted more for him. So I moved out to the suburbs, first time just me, and stayed 17 years and built a life for myself, built a life for him, just built a strong foundation. Purchased a home, started a cleaning business, and, made a lot of professional relationships and doctors, and, and I was successul. And the turning point, because you would say I was sheltered, I'm like, wow, all of this for me, because I didn't want my son to be, raised in New York. Mm-hmm. So what happened, I just did really well. And my company merged, and it merged to another organization who it was our competitors, because we was really, they followed the Jenelle Mogul. I'm like a hell of a marketing, mm-hmm. I market, I'm a hard worker. And with that being said, my life turned for the worse, just being grandfathered into another company. And, I've kept this to myself for some time, and I said, you know what, I'm just going all out. And my boss that I had at the time, she was African American. And transition into this company, I guess she had competition, because I had years in, and all she did was knock me down. And my life really shifted. Just grandfathering. So I'm with this company for 13 years. Mm-hmm. Life is good. Working hard, because all of that was my hard work.
So did you have a franchise with them?
No, we grandfathered.
Okay.
Right, we grandfathered. So when we grandfathered, we had to kind of follow their system because, we were with this other company. So they took us. And life just went down. And when I said went down, it was more where she was trying to take the voice away from me. And not only taking the voice, but she tried to get into it mentally, where I came as a leader And I'm like, wait, we can't hide knowledge. I want to hire this person. I want to educate this person. I want to give back knowledge. I want to hire girls from retail, give them a break because they're coming out of retail. They want a break. They want to be in as a front desk receptionist, So this was my mind. I was further more evolved than versus she was a manager, but that's all she did. She delegated. But I was a manager with purpose. I was a manager with vision, and I was a manager to give back in that way. And we bumped, and I just couldn't take no more of her stuff for 5 years. And just, it got mental. She will hack into my emails, take my projects away. And something too, Wanda, I
got a lot of people shaking their heads.
Kept it quiet because on the surface, nobody really believes that this happened because sometimes we get so beat down that we don't realize, wait a minute, somebody's behind the scene, And what I did was just sat back and just actually watched her, and I studied her for 4 years. And I watched every move, so I was able to bob and weave, you know what I mean? I was like Brooklyn on the team, And like we were really, and it came to a point where I couldn't take it no more.
Just couldn't take it.
And how it came to a point, because one day she came down and she says, oh, you need to look at your schedule. I'm like, well, because I'm always on my P's and Q's. And I'll tell you the breaking point when my doctor was in England on vacation. And she unblocked the schedule and I didn't know. And it was 10 o'clock that morning and we had about 15 patients rolling in. And that was my ending point because now you're taking it out on the patients, And I just started looking after that. And I just couldn't do it because, now I knew it was so much bigger than me because now it's affecting patients, it's affecting, and I just couldn't do it. So with that said, I cashed out because I did have over 10 years in, and then I relocated to New York, and then I realized, wait a minute, I'm way ahead of time, And then I moved to Florida, and I, went to another job, and I'm like, okay, God, what are you saying? And that day, it was like, I am not going to open another door until you realize who you are and your testimony is not for you. And she exists. I mean, I came home and I'm like, hubby, she exists. And that was it. She exists from there. So because I found myself bitter after giving up my life, knew I was forced out, but then again, it was still up to me. And I held on to that. And I'm saying, wait a minute, I'm not a bitter person. I have love in my heart. Like I found myself angry and mad at the world. So that's what I said, when that cup runneth over, and I'm like, okay, God, it's me and you. And after that, and I just started going viral inside, not really going to the pain points, but I noticed the more and more I talk about it and saying, wait a minute, I am going to do my best to bring awareness to other people or other women that are getting knocked down in the corporate world. It does exist. We turn our blind side because we're really bondage to that salary. But we got to understand is if we say that we know God, we got to faith, put it out there. And I think coming up to this whole point is I was comfortable at my job. I'm going to say I was comfortable. I had it made. I was very comfortable. And, building other leaders was amazing. But something had to happen in order for me to shift, in order for She Exists to be here. So, God ruffled some feathers, put that, that situation there in order to drive me to what's here. Because in order for you to tell your story and help other women, you got to get out that comfort zone.
Absolutely.
You got to get out that comfort zone. And I must say that it's not even about me, but it's about bringing awareness to women like you have rights. You have right in the workplace. You I see it so many times where people think that they've made mistakes and it's other people behind the scene, moving and stuff like that. So with that said, I want to bring awareness so that they can have a voice, with whatever they do.
I appreciate that. And let me just say, you guys, if y'all want to call in, if you're watching and you want to call in, you have any questions for Jenelle, you can call in to 470-251-4647. And if somebody can put that in the chat box, that would be great. That number again is 470-251-4647. And you mentioned one word and you said your faith.
Yes.
So would you say that your faith was your absolute push towards you doing everything? Was it the relying on your faith?
Correct. Yes, it was.
And how did your husband respond when you came home and said, honey, she exists? I mean, what was his reaction?
Well, let's go. That's it. Yeah,
supportive?
he's very supportive. He is the designer behind all the logos. Here's the shirt. He'll sit back and wait. Oh, she'll put it all together. And when it's time to work,
Then
he's there. He's at the conference.
marketing.
He's cooking. He's helping. He's chefing it up. He's helping the ladies in, and he's really behind.
The men
She
that
Exists.
support them. What did
Yes,
I say?
yes, he's
the
behind
women
it.
and the men that support them.
Yes.
Yeah. That's beautiful, because I know in a lot of times when you're trying to make major shifts, change in your life, your spouse can really derail your whole program if they don't understand what your purpose is and what your mission is.
Yes.
Or they not just for the simplest things. I know when I was young and it came down to just needing to go somewhere, and my son's father was like, well, I'm not babysitting. Like, what? You're not babysitting.
Right,
It's your baby.
Right,
so but it's things like that, and they can just very selfishly
Right, and
sometimes
deteriorate.
a person can be shaken off their rocker. Well, you know what? I heard that you also are a poet.
Well, actually, no.
Or did you write a poem?
Right. Well, Hope's husband wrote a poet, and Hope just came. Right. So.
For She Exists.
Correct. And when I read it, I'm like, there it is. That's the mission.
So you want to share it?
I do.
Let's take a listen to it.
Okay. So this poet's not for me. This is Hope's husband, and I thought that was amazing. And just want to share, when I heard another male behind, not besides my husband, I was like, wow, it's hitting the men. So he wrote, she exists, divine peace mother of all life, queen, leader, teacher, gifted, blessing of spiritual light. She exists, wife, lover, soft breeze in the night, businesswoman, soldier, vessel of God's might. She exists, creative, intelligent, powerful in every way. She suffers, she prays, yet smiles every day. She exists. She sees love even through hurt. She is the beauty, the water, the essence that gave life to earth. She exists. She endures, she controls, she molds man's fate. She exists. Her embrace is nothing shorter than great. She's a gift, a blessing, a lesson meant for all. She exists. Mother of civilization, perfected placement. Read the writings on the wall, because she exists.
Yes.
I
love it. I want a copy of that. I want a copy. We gotta hang that up.
Right.
That's something that everybody needs to get a copy of that. And now we're gonna take a short break, but while we're taking this break, I know that you also have an event coming up, and I want to share that clip. It's of the expanding your territory.
Yes.
And there's a clip that we have, and then we're going to come back and keep rapping with you, if that's okay.
Okay, absolutely.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Oh, glory, glory, glory! Hallelujah! 'Cause I'm on a path. I'm on a direction where I know that my direction right now, my vision is stable. It's stable. Oh, the lens and everything is clear. The 2020 vision is there because she exists. Because I know.
You exist. We exist. I exist.
She exists. We all exist. Hello, my name is Jenelle, CEO and founder of She Exists. We are coming to Raleigh, North Carolina on June 22nd. Please join us and experience some amazing speakers and enjoy our vendors. For more information, please visit our website, sheexists.org.
Wow, I really like that. I really like that. When I took a look at it the first time, I was like, oh, look at Jenelle up there. She done did it. So let's talk about this event you have coming up. What inspired? Is this your official launch?
No.
Okay.
This is the second conference of
Second
She Exists.
conference, okay.
Yes.
And what inspired the title?
You know, that's a very good question. I was really literally pissed off from work one day, and I went in the car and I'm like, I'm expanding my territory. This is it. I am tired. And then there you go. You know, faith, that's faith again. And I just started posting, expanding. So to be honest, and this is how I work, I put things out there and then I let it manifest. So I didn't have a reason. I found the purpose, and then I started fulfilling and manifesting, expanding your territory.
And you know what the name is let me just give that name a clap, because that name says a lot. You know, as people, you know, I always often encourage people, like, if you're, sometimes your vision is not big enough and you have to learn how to expand your vision, and you have to get around other people that's moving in that direction. When I went to, we had our trailer fest a week ago, and being in the room with a lot of other creators and people that had finished their projects, because we always walk around saying how we're going to do something and then it never gets off the ground, or when it lifts off the ground, it falls and we don't know how to pick it back up. And so being around so many people like that in that space, and we seen over 20, it was about like 20 trailers, and the people that had created the trailers were in the room, you know, with their money, with their movies and with their shorts. And then you had the investors were in the room, distribution was in the room, and just sharing like why it's so important that we follow our dreams and why we invest in our dreams. So did you find was there, I should ask you this, what was the biggest, greatest hiccup you had in bringing everything together? Because I know everything comes together in like pieces and portions. So what was some of the bigger upsets?
I work in here, and it's like everything's in here. And then as I start flowing. So expanding your territory, it's me. It's here. You know, so much vision and mindsets going on. So I want to be in Florida, and I want to be in North Carolina, and I want to be in New York. I want to be all over. So the expanding your territory is building leaders in each state, and the mission is accomplished. So having the conference is just another platform to bring everyone together to get in the feeling of, wow, I exist, she exists, wow, you exist, we exist. And once they come together, whether we worship together, whether we, you know, dance and cry together, we'll cherish those moments. And then, you know, hoping the next woman or the next man in that event would say, hey, let me help you with, if you want to write a book, you know, let me. So because I realize if you don't spoon feed someone, you know, it's like you give them a little bit and they'll respect it. So it's not me saying, here, you have access to this. It's actually getting you out of your comfort zone, putting you into this room and fishing for yourself. And I feel that would be so much substance, you know, food, you know.
Now, did you have any stumbling blocks in creating this?
No.
Everything went smoothly?
Yes, correct.
That's great, because a lot of times when people do have situations that hold them back, and I know I've had all my projects seem like they're going to go to hell before they take off the ground.
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, they do. They all like have, you know, flips and flubbles and all that kind of stuff. You know, words I can't say right here.
Right.
But they
right.
all be like, ooh, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Right. Well, you didn't say when the event actually happens, right? Because
Well,
everything is good until the event is time for business. Then it's like, oh my God.
You know, and the thing about it is, here in America, you know, I was pulling up some stats, and I just wanted to share this with everybody, because this is why, and you see a lot of businesses going up, especially women.
Right.
You know, we're like on the forefront of launching businesses, whether it's a consultant type of business or a full-blown brick and mortar. And I said, wow, you know, just from me on social media platforms and seeing who's putting stuff together, it's like a lot of women, you know, are putting things together. So here are the statistics from, as of 2018, there are 12.3 million women-owned businesses in the U.S. compared to in 1972, there were only 402,000 businesses.
Wow.
So you see, that's a lot. And they said that 4 out of 10 businesses in the U.S. are being opened and launched by women. So that just shows that while your platform and platforms like these are really, really necessary in terms of getting the exposure, because everything always comes down to distribution. Yes. And I don't care what it is you're distributing, you need an outlet. You need to think in terms, and that's why I love expanding your territory, because that's what you do. We're trying to expand our territory, so whether it's you want to be around the country or you want to be around the world, you know, we can do that together. So as growing up as a child, was this a vision that you had then? Do you remember?
You know, not at all. And I'm going to tell you, the only vision and dream was, oh, I want to be a marketer so bad. I want to make somebody a star. Oh my God, I know I could do it. Oh, geez, I could do it with my eyes closed, you know. And then I do it well for the healthcare, you know, like these doctors are raking in, and it's like, wow, Jenelle. So I used to get this rush when it's like, we had like 30 new patients a day, you know, and I'm like, I'm getting, you know. So when I would actually meet people out of there and I'm like, hey, what's your dreams? You know, tell me what you got, I can market you. I would run them literally away, because it's like, wait, it's too much, you know? And I'm like in 2030. And then it's like, they didn't get it, you know? And then it was like, well, what are you up to? And I would always hear, and then literally the relationships are amazing. And then it's after, she wants something from me. What does she want from me, you know? And then I would leave the relationship like, I'm trying to help you. So enough of that. And it's like, so I wasn't thinking about marketing me at all. That wasn't even on my agenda. Until when I started bumping heads, and it's like, I go home and I'm saying, wait a minute, was that me? Or how do they see the results? And then still, you know, I'm like, that's it. And that's when she exists. And honestly, it's a year, 3 days ago. And I've featured in magazines, I don't know if you know that, and my second conference, and we got 2 more coming up. And this is only a year. You know, but I can do this.
But see, because what you did was you redirected all of the energy that you were putting into other people, you put it into yourself. I have that conversation all the time with people. It's like everybody say, well, I want everybody to win. Well, first you got to win. Let's get you to that point where you need to be. And we have the skill set, we have the knowledge, we have the tools, but it's our apprehension in our own stepping up. You know, it's like, I'm great behind the scenes, but you don't want to step up into the front, to the forefront. And now you being pushed out there because of the rejection you was getting from everybody else saying, you know, what do you want? Because people automatically, that's a skepticism that most people have, because they're shady and they
come on, Wanda, tell it like it is. Tell it like it is.
They're shady, so it's like, you can't possibly mean me any good intentions because I'm shady, so I'm thinking you're coming for me like I'm gonna be coming for you. I mean, that clears the space out really fast. And you know, that's why I say to when you talked about when you start putting pieces together and then you watch everything come together, my phone literally will ring and there'll be, you know, something of value on the other side of it. And it's not because I get out there and necessarily shake things up, but it's just because it's being drawn to you. You know, and that's what's happening with you. Things are just going to be drawn to you. Right. You know?
Yes.
And so I really appreciate you sharing that. Tell everybody how to get in touch with you. Now, this is why I want you to break it down, if you can. For the magazine, because you came here with a lot of moving parts, so I'm going to organize these parts up right quick. So for the magazine, if you're looking to either be a writer or you want to be featured in the magazine or you want to advertise in the magazine, how would they get in touch with you for just the magazine?
Correct. So they would have to reach out to Jenelle at sheexists.org. Or they can go to www.sheexists.org and just reach out to me. I'll be launching my commercial on the magazine in a couple of days, so then they'll have enough information. So that's already done. The project's already rolled out, you know. Yes.
Okay, great. Yes. Now, and how can we get to your event in, is it June?
Yes, June 22nd. Yes, June 22nd.
So how can they get to that event?
The tickets is online. They can just go on www.sheexists.org and purchase a ticket.
Okay. And the third thing is, how can they connect with you about She Exists as an organization?
Oh, you can send me an email at janelle@sheexists.org.
And your website is?
www.sheexists.org.
Now, are you also on social media? Do you have any media up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, any of those sites?
Yes.
Are you connected with? Okay, tell me what are they one name across the board? Or
well, no, because I'm still working under Jenelle Harris. But Hope, who's the administrator, the other moving part, she's done a She Exists Instagram. She Exists Twitter. And was there another one out there? She Exists newsletter. So we have newsletters that we put out on a continuous basis.
So see there, we got the media going on. We got the marketing person here.
Yes.
And she's gonna shake y'all world up. I just know that she brought her stylist, her makeup artist with her, because she's walking around here keeping her face flat. She didn't ask me if I wanted anything done to my face. So she checking on her client like, let me come over there. Yeah, so I love that. I'm gonna have to get me a makeup artist that travels around the world with me.
Yes, Chrissy is the best. When I moved to Tampa, Chrissy and I met. And since then, I hired her, give her gigs, and I'm her PR, just so you know.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
Yes, I am her PR.
Listen here, I want to go to Facebook right quick because I haven't forgotten about y'all. I see y'all out there watching, and just to say thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, my little Grimes. Thank you, baby. Where your mom at? Tell her to get here. Thank you, Aday. Thank you, Charlisa. Teasha Jenea is watching. Kay Webster. Where are these ladies at? Do you know? Miss Brittany, thank you for watching. Aaron, thank you. Omar, thank you. Selena, thank you. Fitzgerald, thank you. Fitzgerald, the poet. So, we got a poet in the house.
Okay.
Stephanie's watching. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to call in, you can. And I want to ask my audience, do you all have any questions that y'all would like to ask her? We can get you a mic, and then you all can ask a question if you like. I know Miss India White, she always has a question. So please bring India White a mic, please. Thank you. I love my life.
It's amazing. It's entertaining, but it is
very entertaining. How did I know?
Hey guys.
Hi.
Jenelle, I just want to first say I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
For stepping out and allowing everything to pan out the way it has been. I wish you nothing but the best success.
Thank you.
You continue to shine your light. You don't let anybody take that from you. You were going to go
Thanks.
very far. And I just want to let you know I'm behind you 110%.
Thank you.
But my question to you was, when you said you took a step back because you were, quote unquote, debunked, or, you know, you were taken aback, how did you deal with those feelings of bitterness, unforgiveness, vengeance, a desire for vengeance, a desire to blast that person? You know, like, how did you deal with that in a way that was professional, classy, and then, of course, holding back? Like, how did you muster up your strength? Because I just want to know how you dealt with that.
You know,
Great
it's
question.
It's an intense.
She's still working
story.
on it.
But when my daughter shift, meaning starting all over again, and having to be in a new environment, and me learning new people, that was the hardest part for me. That's where the bitterness came in. But being of the role of me being an administrative and office manager, that kept me rooted and grounded. But not only that, knowing that, okay, God, I left on faith, and you gave me the ability to leave on faith, so now I need you. And all I did was, like, literally, God, one more step, because it was hard being in a foreign land, and I'm being a foreign person, and I'm coming with so much innovation and coming with so much knowledge, when I had to realize a lot of people are not where you are, and a lot of people do not understand what you're trying to do. So when you come in, and you come in with this passive aggressive, and then aggressive passive, and then you do it so smooth. And then the thing of it is, to be honest, being in Florida and being an African American office manager is not the norm. But then when I come in with so much power behind my purpose, my vision, and I'm able to, hi, how are you? How you doing? Nice to meet you. And then they see the reaction of, wait a minute, you know, they like her, you know, and I think that was the scary part, because 9 out of 10, you know, it's like having a conversation, it's all, but it's like, you know, they love me, you know, they love me, they love what I bring to the table, but it's rooted with God, and God just saying, hold on. Because, you know, it was very, I'm going to be honest, I was very bitter for a year and a half. I was very bitter.
So you worked it out.
Yeah.
And you know what, that's what you have to do with most everything. You have to work on you. I say a lot of times we spend a lot of times working outside of ourselves when all of the work is internal. Is there any other questions? She has a question. So give pretty lady the mic, please.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so I guess I'll be the extra person and ask 2 questions. My first question would be,
come on in.
What is your message to the younger viewers, younger women who have a dream or inspired to be a better themselves, or who went through really hard times? What is your message to them?
My message is building another leader like yourself, your age demographic, because I'm in a different demographic and I might not be able to reach them, than versus building. I have a Deanna Sample. She's a speaker. She's only 21 years old. She's on her 2nd book. Mm-hmm. She's a motivational speaker. She's probably had about 10 speaking engagements, and utilizing her, Asaraya, a couple of other young women, even you yourself, and you will be the example of what they need to follow. Because I understand that I might not be able to reach someone that's 20. So expanding your territory is building someone in that age group to go on and lead.
Okay. What's your next question? Great question, great answer, great response.
My second question is, in the next 10 years, what do you see she exists as? Like, where do you see it? Its location, like as its place and its stats.
Well, the location, I won't put a state on it because I don't want to put She Exists in a box. And I get that question, well, you got so many hats. What are you doing? And the whole thing is I'm doing everything because I started to do everything, and I'm going to move where God moves me to. So it's global, locally, but more so when you hear the word exist, and that's the generations to come. So because when you put your platform in, and it's a positive one and a legacy, it's always going to keep multiplying.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yep. That's a beautiful question, and thank you for that response. Are there any other questions? We can take one more question if we have it. No? Okay. Well, I have a final question, and she kind of took my question, and because I was going to ask about She Exists, where do you see that vision going? So you answered that. That was great. And what are there any immediately resources that you need or help in any area that you want to maybe, here's the time to ask for those things?
Well, one more thing that I do, I was a co-author in the Diamonds in the Rough, and just so you know, too, when I gave up saying I'm going to stop marketing for people, I met Charmaine. She is the author, founder of Diamonds in the Rough, and she just posted a flyer, sent it to me, and she's like, and the flyer says, my marketing director. I was like, oh, okay. So, and I said, okay, God gave me, and I'm going to take it, and we became business partners. But I say this to say because I'm moving into the book world, and Charmaine's going to start doing some workshops. So that's going to be the next platform is, the publications and helping and doing leaderships to other women who wants to write their book. So that's where you come in, Wanda. Okay. Yes. So that's the next platform.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that, and I like the fact that you don't let anything hold you back or hold you down. You just kind of keep moving, and I understand that, life kind of throws all these little curveballs, but you just keep pushing past it.
Yes.
So that's a great thing, and it's a good thing that you have such a supportive team.
Yes.
Too. So outside of your hope. Right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other people working with you full time?
I do. Definition Pro. He is the IT guy, the photographer, the everything. I can call Mike at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. We're working on projects. Chrissy, of course. My husband's the director of the operations. I have my distributor already in Virginia that's ready to roll out, sales reps that's ready to roll out the magazine, because what I'm going to do is go back to Virginia where I am well known with the healthcare and the doctors and John Hopkins, and I am going to have the subscription in those doctor's office.
Woo-woo.
I've pretty much worked for them, so they know who I am, and that's the focus point. Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, and California would be those 3 locations where the magazine will be rolled out.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And let me check here.
May 20th, it's the first edition, and then it goes on from there. Thank you.
So that's May 20th?
Yes, May 20th.
That the magazine will roll out.
Correct.
So I want you to what advice would you give to anybody? This is our last question.
Okay.
What advice would you give to someone that may be really, really thinking about getting started in their own business? What advice would you have to offer them?
So the whole goal for business is having a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, it's just like you have money, but you don't have a purpose to do it, you're going to spend it. But write it down, and then you execute, then you research, because you have to have, I always say, new goals, new strategy. And I just want to elaborate, man. I notice people struggle with their vision and putting it together, but it's 2 to 3 weeks, you may have new goals. It's time to change your strategy. Like I've mentioned, a lot of people, they do their vision board. Oh, it's a hype on my first vision board. But when you accomplish those goals, take it down and put new goals up there. And you have to do that because there's power in looking at the vision board.
It is.
It's just not doing the vision board, you put it up there and you're going about your business. You have to manifest and keep switching. You got to do the work.
You got to do the work.
And yes.
So that's great. So you guys, y'all got some valuable information. I can't wait to see everything's coming out, rolling together. And she is the hardest marketer alive. I can say that.
Love it.
She's doing it. She's doing it. So I'm glad that you finally decided to put your talents into your own vision and into your own dream, because I know it's been a long road in doing that. So I'm very proud of you. Huh? Yeah, I have a call. I think my ring is on. Did I miss a call? I did. It didn't ring. Okay, so I think it's on. Maybe it's up. We have technical difficulties. Y'all know I always have to. Okay, so we're going to straighten it out. So I'm sorry. I apologize if I missed any phone calls. They said we had some callers on hold. I do apologize. Please call back. Janelle's not going anywhere, are you?
No.
Okay, so she's going to still be here in the building. We're just going to switch it up a little bit so I can chit-chat with my amazing co-hosts. They'll be coming up. And what else do I want to bring attention to? Again, you all make sure that you also follow her on Facebook.
Yes.
If you all are on Facebook, that's one of my hot platforms, and also Instagram. Follow her, keep in touch with what she has going on, and just always look for supporting her. I mean, even if you just send her a message saying, hey, I saw you on the show, great job, whatever, because these are the things that keep us going, just to constantly be surrounded around good things. I do want to acknowledge some people that are in the studio right now. One of my good friends, Mr. Kenwardo Moore, is in the building with his I Am Enough shirt on. Woo, 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 woo. And he's not coming on right now, but I'm going to talk him into coming on our special Father's Day edition, which that will be coming up quickly. But just to let everybody know that there are a lot of beautiful men in the community working very hard, and he is one of them. So if you all are on Facebook or anywhere else, his organization is Action Not Talk. Action Not Talk, and he's all about the business of action, not talk. He doesn't say a lot, he just does a lot. Okay. Another thing is, we had the pleasure of watching our very first Grown Talk in the building. That's from author Lakel Farley, which she also sits on the panel of our amazing women. She rolled out her show today. It aired today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
so give her a hand. She did amazing. It was like watching my little baby. I was like, look at her. So it was like a great show. And she had Miss April Mason, which some of you may be familiar with Miss April. She's, I would say, very well known in the internet world of just one of those women of action and vision, taking care of things. Okay, Dawn, I'm sorry. She's coming. Hello? Okay. So she was on today, and they had a beautiful show. You can catch her show every first and third Sunday from 1 to 2. 1 to 2. So we have that going on. So I'm so proud of her. You all can see the flyer there. And another thing, before I let you go, I want to talk about, and that's who's trying to call in. We have this retreat coming up in August, and it's Don, call back. So we have we have a retreat coming up for women, self-care. Like, it's a self-care, self-love retreat. She's in Costa Rica, and she's a intuitive teacher. She does a lot of stuff, and I just really, I'm so excited about going, because as women, we tend to take on a lot of stuff, and we don't know how to let go and not be the captains of our ship and all this other kind of stuff. So this is a great opportunity that people are going to have, and it's for women only. I'm sorry, men, you can't come on this trip. She said she's calling. Okay, not yet. I don't. Okay, so anyway, we'll have that event that will be hopefully, and I have a video, so we're gonna play that video. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna get these phones right, And then we're going to come back up and we're going to rock the show out some more. Is that cool with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So let me thank you again. And you're not going nowhere.
No.
So we're playing a video.
Here. Great team, by the way. Great team, by the way. Thank you. Yeah.
Retreat, relax, and reset. And remember how to honor yourself. Join us for Honoring You Self-Care Retreat, August 2019 in Costa Rica. Get ready for a week of life-changing experiences and self-discoveries led by conscious living teacher and healer Dawn James. This retreat offers the perfect balance of relaxation, healthy movement, pampering, and reconnection. Indulge in self-care activities such as energy clearing and balancing. You will also receive Dawn's signature sound healing session with Tibetan crystal bowls, tingshas, and tuning forks, and feel the soothing harmonic vibrations. You will also enjoy 2 heavenly spa treatments, daily meditation and yoga, and workshops designed to help you master self-care principles for mind, body, and soul. You will also enjoy guided activities and excursions to further enhance your experience of Costa Rican culture. You will return home with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to take better care of yourself and make self-care and self-love part of your daily practice. This all-inclusive retreat includes meals, luxury accommodations, airport transfer, excursions, 2 spa treatments, workshops, and much more. Costa Rica is calling you. Join us August 10 to 16, 2019. Self-love investment of $19.97, but please hurry, we have 4 spots left. To book your spot, call Dawn at 587-315-9972, 587-315-9972, or visit our website, BeFitBeWellRetreats.com. Pura Vida, and see you soon.
Playhouse. She comes home shocked. Hey, how did you get into my playhouse? I thought I took away your key and changed the locks. Now look at you, rummaging all through my thoughts. Are you serious? Redecorating my space? removing my success picture and it's my time clock from the wall? Where did you put my journal? I know I left it over there. And what about the novel I'm working on? It was right beside the fridge. Next to that, I Am Enough poem. How did you get into my playhouse? The last I saw you, you were at the House of Doubt. Had them all convinced that watching TV made a whole lot of sense. Even had a schedule and a timer set. And a bet with your 3 cousins, procrastinator, fear, and disbeliever, that we all would concede. I ran out of there quick. So how did you get into my playhouse? How did you make it past Isaiah 54:17? No weapon is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servant of the Lord, and their righteousness, and of me, saith the Lord. And Lord, I do accept, amen. And what happened? Was my guard down? Did I sleep too sound? Or did you float into my window when I was listening to my Kindle and hearing my inspirational sounds? I thought my vision board and my daily declarations and my positive self-talk had you blocked. Again, I asked, how did you make it into my playhouse? I counted on my like-minded friends, accountability coaches, and my righteous spiritual leaders to keep you out. And lastly, I depended on mentors and role models and, of course, my dream Nick and buddies to fill my plate. But somehow, you still managed to bounce into my playhouse. You took a seat as if you were invited. Oh no, I think not. I think it's time for you to go. And make sure you take all your friends. Poverty, sickness, bitterness, and confusion. And don't forget lazy conformity and the oldest self-doubter. And did I mention procrastinator, people pleaser, and non-believer? Get them up out of here right now. It's time for them to go. And this time, I'm using security. Matthew 19:26. Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. So don't even think about returning to my playhouse. Turning to my playhouse. Yeah, in style. What do you do with a collection of albums and 8 tracks? Like played out bell bottoms and maxi skirts, allowed to stay in your closet, hoping to get another chance. A chance to prove that style and sophistication, it never dies, it just magnifies on runways as men sit, dazed and amazed to watch. So remember, as you try throwing me away, new eyes will rest upon my old rags, delighted that I flaunted their way. They will assume I just stepped off of the pages of Essence and Ebony and Cosmos, latest edition. Style so enchanting and refined, heads will turn just to ask me, where have you been all my life? My reply, just hanging around in the wrong closet, yearning to make an interest. So do you like my style? Do you like my style? Live and learn. Young and dumb or older and hopeful. The stages are unique yet similar. Life. We all travel our own path, journey into what we would like to believe is prosperity, facing challenges and in search for victory. But how do we rest? Rest into the knowing that life is purposeful from the moment of conception. Beliefs mostly passed down from generation to generation. Young and dumb, or older and hopeful. Somehow experience.
Hey guys, it's me, Wanda D, the Motivational Queen. And look at here, all the lovely ladies are in the building. All right, so just real quick. Before we get into this, I got to do a quick roll call, but we do have Dawn on the line. Dawn, you there?
Hello, good evening, everybody.
She's too.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
So Dawn is our person that they need to call you to get in touch, sign up for this trip. So Dawn, tell them why they need to come to Costa Rica.
So, ladies, couple of things. Costa Rica is beautiful, scenic, green and clean, and more importantly, the positive energy here is very healing. I've been blessed to be able to hold space, and I really would love to see you here for the week. You're going to be learning how to not just take care of yourself. You're going to have some fun. We're going to do some pampering. We're going to explore nature. And when you go home, you are going to continue that journey of self-care every day. That is my promise to you. So you can reach me through the website, befitbewellretreats.com, or give me a shout at 587-315-9972.
And Dawn, tell them about the Facebook page that they can come on there and be a part of that to learn more about you and what you do, because Dawn does a lot of amazing things.
We currently have, my main page is called Raise Your Vibration. That is Raise Your Vibration, VIBR, the number 8N. You can find out all about my work. I've basically been teaching people how to live consciously, peacefully, and healthy for 16 years, and I love what I do, and I love seeing people make positive change. So, Wanda, thank you for this opportunity to share our retreat this August. Quick thing, the deadline to secure your spot is April 30th. So 9 days, lady. 9 days, and we're done.
9 days and we're done. Well, Dawn, I appreciate you, and we'll be chatting soon. And anybody listening, make sure you get in touch with her. Dawn, give them your number. How can they call you directly? I know when they go on the website they can sign up, but in case they have any questions, well, what's the phone number?
Just give me a shout at 587-315-9972. 587-315-9972.
Great. So thank you, Dawn. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Wanda. Have a great evening, ladies. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So there you go. So we gotta put in this effort. I'm gonna reach over here and grab my little cute book here and put that book back up. That's from one of our amazing co-authors. So ladies, I'm so glad that y'all finally decided to show up. Y'all know who I'm talking to. Look, they know who I'm talking to.
We was here.
Where y'all been?
I was over there.
Rubbish. So right here, take it to the back. We're going to introduce our amazing co-host right quick, starting with you, pretty lady.
Good evening to everyone. Happy Resurrection Sunday.
That's right.
I am Coach C, Charlisa Herriott, affectionately known as Coach C. And I actually help to empower women who have gone through the pitfalls of life to rise above the ashes so that they can be the most greatest and the best person possible.
Thank
so
you.
That's me.
That's her, Coach
That's
C.
me.
And we're going to get into some more discussion. Introduce yourself. I've been talking about you all day, but still introduce yourself.
I am Lakel Farley. I am a motivational and a transition coach. I specialize in helping young adults take their first introductory steps into adulthood and financial literacy. Again, hello everyone. I am also a host of a brand new show, Straight Grown Talk, that airs the first and third Sunday at 1 to 2 p.m. The first show was today. It featured Miss April Mason. So, and happy Easter to everyone.
Yes,
Happy
thank you.
Easter.
Oh, that's your mic. Okay. So, Miss Lady.
Hey guys, how are you? My name is India White. I am a motivational speaker, an author, educational consultant, doctoral student at the University of Florida. Go Gators. And my whole purpose, that's right. Gator Chomp.
Go Gators.
Go you got to represent, orange and blue. My whole drive and purpose in the season as the CEO of Rise and Glory Productions is to motivate or provide motivational services that will empower, equip, and inspire future scholars and women to transform them into productive leaders. And so I love doing that just by being a motivational speaker and also just empowering people who are entrepreneurs or aspiring to be entrepreneurs. And I just love to also blend all that in the realm of education.
Awesome. Come on, Miss Teasha.
Hey everybody, again, happy Easter. I am author Teasha Jenea, one of the co-authors of the book Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option. I am also a finance coach. I am a finance coach. I go by the Total Package Coach because I like to help people find a balance in their life in different areas. I focus on a lot of different areas, to get that balance. However, my main focus is finance. So financial literacy is the top priority of what I do, and I believe your mindset as well, helping you to change your mindset, because a lot of people have an issue, with finance. So we want to make sure that you're not in love with money, but that you understand that money is needed in your life to get to, where you're trying to get to. So, thank you.
Awesome. Miss Keyuna.
Hey everybody, happy Easter. It's your amazing co-host, Miss Keyuna Faye Webster, Empowerment for the Powerless.
You better let them know.
I am Keyuna Faye Webster, Empowerment for the Powerless, founder and CEO of Love Yana Outreach. Love Yana Outreach is a nonprofit organization for individuals and families affected by domestic violence. I am also a certified anger management counselor. I facilitate anger management classes, court-ordered, volunteer, and I co-facilitate family violence classes.
Awesome. And we were just at an event with Miss Keyuna Faye Webster, like the dictionary.
Yeah, like the dictionary.
We were at an event, right? Yeah. And it was a great event.
It was.
Yeah. What was your takeaway?
I love what she is doing for the community, and I love the fact that everyone that stood behind you to support you, that came out and stood with your cause.
Yeah.
I do have some amazing supporters, and shout out to everybody that do support me and rock with me for real. Like it's sometimes it's overwhelming. I left very elated, like I was like literally just floating.
She was on cloud nine.
Yeah, I was like,
are you okay?
Yeah, I was literally on cloud nine. Like he was like, how did your event go? And I was like, man, I'm like real high right now. Like.
The funny thing about it was when I got there, she was like, okay, Miss Wanda, I got you. I was like, I got this hurt foot here.
And I was just telling Miss Charlisa, like, I'm a huge visionary. But when it comes to...
But, I was just wanting to just make sure, when we talk about supporting one another, we have to go beyond what sometimes our physical limitations may be. And it would be easy for me to say, you know what, I couldn't make it. I have caught Ubers to places that I said I'm going to come, and maybe, I couldn't drive or whatever, but I'm like, okay, I'm calling the Uber to get there because I told the person that I was going to come. And once you make those decisions that you're going to be in support of each other, then you have to push yourself. Sometimes it be something, crazy happening, and you just got to, push through. So today is Resurrection Day.
Yes.
And happy resurrection to everybody. And thank you guys for tuning in on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, please let us know where you're tuning in from so we can go back through the comments and give you a shout out. And again, if you want to call in, you can. Lakel, give them the number how to call in.
If you want to call in, the number here is 470-251-4647. Again, that is at Status Network. The number is 470-251-4647.
Okay, well, thank you, Ms. Lakel. I just want to jump into, today being Resurrection Sunday, and I felt like it was appropriate for us to talk about resurrecting some of these dreams we have. Sometimes we put things on pause and we put things on hold, and we don't quite know how to pull them out. And I said, what better way could I present a show without having my amazing co-host, because these women are walking in that lane of entrepreneur. They, whether they're authors or educators or still holding 9-to-5 jobs, which I don't know anybody here that is.
No 9 to 5.
No
9 to 5. I took my hat off.
Yes, we do. India's an educated way, and then not only that, she's the assistant principal, right?
Math coach.
Mm-hmm. So and we need you. Mm-hmm. Don't leave us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and it's a seasonal. You have to understand too. Entrepreneurship is also seasonal. It's a step of faith, but at the same time, if you have a specific assignment or purpose, you have to finish that out. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
That's why, even though I feel like entrepreneurship is everything, that's my heartbeat. It is also doing the impact as an educational leader and doing that with excellence before I just release.
Yeah. Well,
but she is moving in the direction of entrepreneurship.
Yes. She's an entrepreneur. This lady here has written how many books?
22.
52.
Wow.
22. So anytime, and being an entrepreneur, that's being an author, that's also entrepreneurship. And then too, I agree with you. You don't have to totally abandon what you do in order to add on entrepreneur. And a lot of portions of it is understanding how to make the transition, and also when you look at it, jobs fund your dream. So there's nothing wrong with what's the difference between you working for somebody else to fund a dream or doing it yourself. You still have to, somewhere there has to be some money being made in order for you to sustain a lifestyle.
Right.
So whether you're going to get it by selling donuts or going to a work and saying welcome to Walmart, you still got to get that money in the door to fund these dreams. So I never put down, I don't ever beat up somebody for holding a job. I'm just glad that I don't have to do that, but I could, and I may have to, and I wouldn't be embarrassed to do it, because I understand that we are more than our title, whether that's our entrepreneur title or our job title, because we're awesome.
Yep.
I know y'all awesome. And I know I'm awesome. So, and I know the people watching are awesome. So, we can all just flow in that lane of doing it. So I want to know this for, I'll ask Miss Weber down there, because she looked at me like I wasn't supposed to say nothing to her.
I don't know what you're about to say.
That's okay. You prepared, though, because you stay ready. So how has it been with you starting this nonprofit? What are some of the things that you've had to overcome in that area? Because you have a profit side and a nonprofit side.
I do. I have a couple of profit sides. It's been the funding. I started basically out of pocket doing everything myself. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I still do, because it's a personal choice. I'm not going to say real choice. It's just me personally as a person. I'm not quick to ask for help.
Okay.
I'm very
prideful.
Very.
Okay. So we know we need to work on that. And we have an expert right here sitting next to me. She could probably help you get some funding or help point you in those directions with nonprofit funding and profit fundings and all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
So where should they be May the 4th?
Wow, you put us right on the spot, huh?
May the 4th. What's going on May 4th?
Where should they be May the 4th? In Riverdale? Is it
Yes, in
Riverdale?
Riverdale, Georgia. I can't see.
Right there.
Oh, the Educate Empower event May 4th at Grill Gallery, East Point, Georgia.
Yeah, so what Lakel will be doing is she'll be showing people how to get those fundings, how to get to the money for their business, because that's the area one of the areas that you specialize in. And also, if there's anybody here that may be having a situation with their homes, she can help guide you through the process of saving your home as well. So yeah, that's why we have all these resources coming together. So so we gotta help the people that's helping people, right? We gotta figure out how to help the people that's helping people. And like with Miss Jenelle, with her event coming up, like that's also another platform of be a room of amazing women that possibly can lend some help and support in different areas, whether it be finding finance or whether it be turning you on to maybe a good sponsor that could, finance a project or something like that. So I'm gonna send this out here on the waves, and we're gonna just touch and agree that we're going to drop the pride and we're going to start asking for what we need. More of asking for what we need. We can't get anything if we don't ask for it. You are in the hot seat, and that's what happens when you get in the hot seat.
Oh, I'm okay. It don't bother me.
No, because and I say right, and I say that I say that very lovingly because we're all sitting in the hot seat. When we hold in our visions and our dreams, we just want to make sure that they can get to moving and get to going in the direction that they need to. And if you guys check out her billboard, she has how many around town?
It's 29.
29 billboards. Okay. This panel is no joke. I'm gonna introduce y'all to these folks with y'all. So if y'all a nonprofit and you want to know how to get 29 billboards around town, holler at her. Give them your website and tell them how to get in touch.
Our website is www.loveyuna.org. Facebook, Love Yana Outreach Inc. Instagram, Love Yana Outreach Inc. 2 underscores at the end. Twitter, Love Yana Inc.
Okay.
That's everything.
That's everything. And she also has some amazing events coming up here soon, and we shared them, and I talked about them at the beginning of when we opened up. So, Keyuna, you want to tell them about these events you have going on?
Yes, next Saturday on April 27th, I will be a presenter at the 4th Annual Steeple Awards, hosted by Shandon Carter. And next month, May 18th, I'll be in Chicago with my partner, Miss Arthur Tanika Latrice.
Okay.
We have the Heal by Grace Empowerment Series. It's a 10-city tour, and the first stop is Chicago.
First stop, Chicago. Yes. So all y'all people in Chi-Town, Mr. Kinwardo is from Chi-Town, so he needs to tell everybody know that we got an event coming up in Chi-Town, and they need to get to that event, Mr. Moore. Tell the people where they need to be at, okay? Right. Thank you very much. So, so let me work my way behind me here, Miss Charlisa. She has an event coming up. You want to tell us about that event?
Yes, on June the 1st. Forgot about the mic.
I
know. Just want to talk.
Kind of jumped in there.
Ready to swim. But on June the 1st, we're going to be having It's Charge Up campaign. It's a nonprofit organization that actually provides services for cancer survivors and their caregivers. And I am a cancer survivor, although I'm actually going through chemotherapy currently, but look, I don't look like what I'm going through. Isn't that amazing?
That's right.
Yes. And it doesn't stop you from helping other people.
No, it doesn't. I have to rise up.
Yes.
If I'm going to try to teach other women how to rise up from the ashes, I have to rise up from my own ashes too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
absolutely. Tell them how to get in touch with you, and also that event that's going on. Where can they go to buy tickets for it?
Yes, you can actually purchase tickets if you go on to. I don't even have that information in front of me, but if you
we got a flyer up there, so we're gonna. But I'll
but
find
you can
it.
right, and then I'll actually put the link where
Okay.
they can actually sign in on this page. But you can actually go to Charlisa Herriott on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and that's CHARLISA, last name Herriott, HERRIOTT, or you can either send me an email, and that would be to Charlisa Herriott, asurvivorsvoice.com.
Okay, great. And since you have the mic, Miss Lady, what are there any things in your life that you had to resurrect during this period in time that you want to share?
Of course, it was just my dreams. When you were talking about dreams, resurrecting them, even though going through an illness and fighting for that sometimes, we go through life and we go through and face different challenges and struggles that we may feel like, can't do it, or my dream is not going to come to pass. But believe me, if you are determined and if you are willing to really put forth in the work and have the faith, as I do, because it was without my faith, I don't know where I would be. So I believed in the Word of God, knowing that if I'd ask in his name, that he will provide, and he has provided. He has made the crooked places straight for me. He has opened the windows of heaven, and he's showering and pouring out blessings, meaning that the resources that you're speaking of, I'm being able to break the silence and ask for the help and to make it through. So I'm going along this journey, and this journey isn't easy, but I'm grateful for it. Because I'm learning about life lessons.
What a blessing.
Absolutely. And you said a mouthful. I think the consensus is our faith. Your faith has to be elevated. And then, you have to be willing to make different choices.
Yes. And even when we look at setbacks is just a time for you to spring forward. And so I don't look at it just as setbacks. When we look at losses, it's not losses, it's just lessons learned.
Correct.
What can I do differently?
Right. I appreciate you, and I appreciate. See, this is why I like to surround myself with these amazing women, because we help keep each other elevated, and we help keep each other lifted up, and that's what it takes, because we all have to go through something in order to get somewhere. Right. So I want to swing this question to the back. Same question, Miss Teasha Jenea. Is there anything in your life, any area in your life per se, that you felt like was in need of a resurrection?
Oh yeah, definitely. When you're an entrepreneur, you're a mother, a wife, a caregiver, all of those things, are going on at the same time, and you're trying to, and I'm saying trying because a lot of people say trying, but what it is that we need to do is start eliminating some of those negative words that we use, because I have to catch myself at times. And again, like I said, being a co-author on that book, Wake Up Winning, has actually helped me this past year overcome a lot of the obstacles that I've went through, and I thank God for that connection. And one thing that Wanda taught me through that process, because, she got to keep me on my toes again. We keep each other elevated, right? So she mentioned to me one time, and she said that waking up winning is something that you do daily. This is not that you've already won. And so as far as the resurrection question goes, to get back to that, when people see you in the light, they see you on TV, or they see you, doing big things, and, they just assume that you just got it all together. Right. And one thing that I can tell you, I don't have it all together, and I'm learning every day to get it together. And sometimes, you got to check on them strong friends, the ones that seem like they got it together, because it's hard, you know. It is. And, like I said, I have help, but I also have 5 children at home. So when you have children and they're thank you. But when you have them, they keep you on your toes too, and they have things that they have going on, and then you have to add that to your list. So getting organized is one of the things that I could say is, something I have to work on daily with resurrecting, in my life. keeping on schedule. It's hard.
And that's so true. And I think that's what a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with, because you don't have a boss, somebody telling you what to do. The moment you said that, I had to write down accountability partners. I think that everybody should have somebody that they can hold them accountable, and that doesn't always look pretty, because that requires everybody's effort involved. That requires you answering the phone when they call. That requires you participating. But if you really do want to stay on that path and be successful, you need to have somebody that will push you and somebody that you can check in with. It may not be anything else but to vent. I mean, you have to have somebody, because if I say, hey, Lakel, will you be my accountability partner, and we're going to talk, every day, just to check in, just a text message, hey, keep your head up, what you got going on, or if it was a quick call and we said that, okay, we're going to do a quick 10-minute check-in, every Tuesday or something like that. But you have to, I tell you this, anytime you're trying to make these changes, you got to be willing to change. You can't just talk about the change. You got to be willing to do all the work, consider all the moving parts to it. And a lot of times we get stuck and we get in our own way, and then we have to, reevaluate, regroup, and you shut down and you build it up again. And it's so hard once you stop something. It's like exercising. Once you stop it, and then it's like, oh my God, now I got to get back started again. When do I get back started? Okay, Monday. Okay, next Monday, next week, next Sunday, next year. It's like, so you want
New Year's resolution.
Right, a New Year's resolution. In less than 21 days, the resolution is out the window. So we have to. I think we all can agree, and everybody listening, and we getting a lot of hearts too. Nat, can I get my hearts to scroll through my screen? But anyway, we have to realize that as winners and as presenting ourselves, we have to be willing to take on the responsibility of finding the person that we connect with spiritually, emotionally, to hold us accountable. Because you can have the wrong coach, you can have the wrong person to do the wrong thing for you. I would say, don't get the best girlfriend that loves to go out to dinner and have her help hold you as a food coach, because y'all probably end up out to dinner and eating donuts or something. I know I would if I was trying to talk to my daughter and I say, oh, hey daughter, come on, be my man. We'll be at the restaurant every day. At the restaurant,
That's what I always tell my daughter.
What spot will we go to? Like that. So let me just see what they talking about on Facebook, India. What they say.
Vivian said, yes, you need a great support system, and they're saying that there needs to be an accountability partner to keep us on track, and they're giving a shout out saying congratulations, Felicia and Vivian.
Okay, great. And who is anybody else watching?
Noah. Hey Noah, shout out to Noah. And you've got let me see who else.
Miss Felicia.
Yes, Kinwardo is watching. Hey, Kinwardo.
He in the building too. He doing double duty. So I just really appreciate that. I want to swing this question around over to Miss India. Was there anything in your business or your life or any area that needed to be resurrected?
Yes, my voice needed to be resurrected. My dreams needed to be resurrected. I went through a time frame, and being a motivational speaker, you're always in the limelight. You always have it together. You're there to empower. And I went through a situation where I allowed naysayers to get into my mind, Wanda. I allowed haters to come alongside and try to sabotage what God was trying to do in my life, and I kept the wrong energy around me for too long, to where people were taking ideas, people were shutting me down, people were trying to, undo the things that God said he wanted to be done in my life. And so I had to get that back, and I had to own my own space and my own existence in life and say that I refuse to move forward, and have anyone try to shut me down again from what God has called me to do, and that I was going to go at it full force and to fulfill the destiny that God has assigned into my life. So I had to reactivate all that. And even with 2 children, it was tough because it's like, you know, you're trying to be a mom, trying to be a doctoral student, an author, trying to impact students every day, and then yet still shine as a business owner and, you know, and in the space that God has allowed me to shine in. And at first it was like, I felt like there was no way to do it. I felt like I was in a dry brook. I felt like, you know, I might as well just sit down and shut it down and stop. But I knew something within me said, no, you need to keep pressing on and moving forward. And so that's why now I want to empower other people, you know, and especially entrepreneurs.
Right. And I appreciate that. I was, as you were talking and sharing that, I thought about a conversation that we had, and it was about a picture. And you said somebody contacted you and said, "Why are you using that picture?" You see, I go straight for the juggler. If anybody come for me, I'm like like that. So anybody come for my people, I'm like, I can't repeat it. What I said, I don't know what I said. But I was like, you know, like, the nerve of people giving out this unwarranted criticism, and then we internalize it, and she started to question everything. Well, Miss Wanda, what do you think? I said, I think it's beautiful. I love your pictures. I love your big smile. And whoever that said, tell them to go eat a biscuit. You know, like what? You know, like, we don't have to take this abuse. We share. I know, so professional.
Exactly.
You know,
that makes you wonder what she really said.
You know, but, you know, I was like, no, you know, if we're looking for everybody's approval on everything, we will not move. The biggest thing to bringing forth any dream is to knowing that that is for you. See, every day, and we'll be questioned and we'll be challenged on that, like, should I do it? Can I do it? I just say this. Just do it. Yes. Just do it and let the wheels fall off. And if you fall off, you flip over, get back up, put some new wheels on, keep going, meet the people you need to meet, X the people out of your life that need to be X'd out. I hope these X'd out. And then, you know, like, get rid of all of that. And this is the thing, right, Lakel? We all have the power of choice. Right? So you have to make hard choices. Segue. What are some of the hard choices you had to make when starting your business, or even operating it day to day?
Some of the choices I had to make was to not be fearful of failing. That was a big one for me. And I, you know, because when you start, you're looking at your kids, your family, people that are looking at you, and some of the haters that are waiting for you to fail and say, okay, I wonder if you fail, are you going to get back up? But I've learned from having many different businesses, because I have started over a couple of times.
Absolutely.
I've rebranded myself a couple of times and started new business and said, I don't want to do that anymore. But they grew with season, and I had to overcome fear. That was one of the things that I'm very glad here recently, even with your help, with all the stress of trying to start Straight Grown Talk. You kept me highly motivated, and you got this, and keep it moving, and this is what you need to do, and follow this path, you'll be just fine. So I'm very appreciative of that, because that was, again, a fear. I have a fear. I hate social media. I hate being on TV, all of that good jazz. But I can truly say the last 6 months, you have really been working on me.
I know, right? That's what Dawn said too. You know, because when we have a calling on our life, we have to learn how to integrate all of these parts that help bring that together. And for as much as we don't want to, technology in this space of social media and social affairs are just expanding your reach, and you got to figure out how to capture it and to make it work for yourself. Right. So that's why, you know, you have a very you have a gift. So it's like, how can you get your gift out to the masses? My resurrection happened some time ago, and that is, you talk about your voice. Who said voice? Okay, so, you know, when I used to write, and I still write, but at that season of writing, and I wrote years and years and years on top of years of writing, you know, books like this, notebooks and journals, and they were like piled up. You couldn't see me, right? And I would not share my writings with anybody until one year I was in real estate, and one particular season I had started getting in front of a lot of women, and these women was telling me that they were despaired and they were broken. I remember one lady, lady. Like she said her husband or boyfriend had bashed her face in, and she was like, I'm thinking I'm gonna go back because it's too hard to try to figure out where to go, who to look for, whatever. And I just opened my book of poetry and I just started reading to her. So it was like that. At that point, my voice was like, I got to get this out. I have to really figure out a way how I can serve more people on the platform that I was on. And after that, it's like every client that was coming my way was dealing with some issues that was needing my voice. Not that they, that sure we can get you a house, but that's nothing. Who are you putting in the house? Like what person are you going to deliver to the house? And every I'm telling you, that season made me live again in terms of, it's like, okay, Wanda, you gotta open up this book. And from there, and I went through my own setbacks and struggles, and it just allowed me to produce that very first product, which was the I Am Enough book. But even before the book came out, I started sharing individually. Somebody would call me and I would just share something with them because I felt like in my spirit, this is what they needed to hear, and this is what and I started writing through people. So when I said yes to open it up, then say if you came and you talked to me and you shared something, I would just go and I would just be writing up something. I'd be like, I wrote this up for you or whatever. And I would share that with them. And it would be so heartfelt, right? Because it's like the gift is there. You have to know how to unwrap it and then how to use it. So once that decision to unwrap it, that was my resurrection in unwrapping the gift, then now I can put it in these different areas that I enjoy doing, and this being one of them that I'm very, very passionate about, the I Am Enough talk show, and then working with children and, like just your whole existence. Once you figure out why you were born and why you were created, nothing will stand in the way. Nothing will stop you. Right. So, Did I swing that question around to everybody? Yes. Okay, I'm making sure. So what's springing up? We got the springtime settling in, coming in, and I can't tell. We're in Georgia, guys. If y'all somewhere else in the world, give us a shout out. But let me tell you about Georgia weather. We can have winter and summer in 1 week. Yeah. In one day. Well, 2 days. Because one day, yesterday, I think I was cold. I was shivering. I thought I had to go to the hospital. I was so cold. My blood dropped.
It was cold yesterday. It was real cold yesterday.
I was like in my house. My daughter was, Mom, turn on the heat.
It was real cold yesterday.
Because my bones is cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
And then today.
I stepped outside like, wait a minute.
We hot.
Then today we hot. I want to pull off this wig. It's like I want to get undressed.
You can't pull that wig.
It's just really, really hot. It's really, really hot today.
You're not going to pull that wig off.
No, not yet.
Now, listen here.
Coming off in the car.
Now, listen.
Okay?
In the car. In the car.
But, so that's what we are. That's what we have to endure in Georgia.
I'm going to pass out. Gave me a heart attack.
Girl, I be like, I think I was telling that when we were like, I don't know, this might not make it to this show.
Listen.
She did say that.
If we want to take that wig off up here, I'm going under the table.
That's okay. Y'all know how I look up under it. I'm the same way. It's just me. So what do you, now this is a question in relation to being in business, and I want to swing this back to Miss Charlisa. How has faith really impacted your business?
Faith is my business.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's my business.
Drop the mic after that. Just drop it. That's it. You don't have to say no more. Period. Right. That's like one of them statements that you just done for. So I'm gonna follow up that motto. I'm about to put that down. That's an affirmation. I am faith. Faith is my business.
That's right.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. All right. That's it. So moving on to the next question.
I face my face.
That answered it for everybody, right? That's right. So, Miss Lakel, what do you see next? I know you have an event coming up, but then what is your projection on your in your business, or what's your immediate plans for your business?
Continue to make it grow, and I am at this current point of revamping a book I wrote in 2017 called I'm Grown Now What, and it will be renamed and it will be rebranded. I'm going to again put it in all languages, as well as take the time to put it back on audio again for the second edition. So yes, that is what I'm working on next.
Okay, wonderful. Now, and I like that. Do you have, what about your event? Is that going to go on this year or next year?
Yes, it will be September 28th, 2019, and the name of the event is I'm Grown Now What. Straight Grown Talk will be sponsoring it.
Okay, wonderful. Straight Grown Talk sponsoring it. I'm Grown Now What? Now What is the event, and who is this event for?
It's for it was geared toward young adults. However, it's for all adults, because I do realize that even older adults don't know some of the information in which we share, such as getting a home, how to save your home before foreclosure, a multitude of things, taxes, judicial rules, like if you have a felony or a misdemeanor. So a lot of these conversations and topics will be discussed at this event.
Okay, great. Then, and have you already secured a location? Do you know where you're going?
It will be in Atlanta, Georgia, downtown. I will post it very soon.
Okay, great. And you guys know to check her out every first and third Sunday at 1 o'clock, right here on Status Network. Straight Talk. Grown Talk, Straight Talk.
Straight Grown Talk.
Straight Grown Talk. See, I was right. Straight Grown Talk. Great and strong talk.
There you go.
Nah, she messed that up. Y'all gonna say, that wasn't it.
Y'all will find it. That
We
wasn't
understand.
me.
We understand.
That wasn't me. That was the other Wanda over there sitting in the corner. So,
yeah, the one who gonna take a wig off.
Yeah. Yes, that girl right there.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
going under the table.
So Miss Teasha, you have anything coming up or going on?
Actually, we do have some plans coming up. We're going to be hosting, but in Columbus, Georgia, we'll be hosting TBLV Management Group. Let me make reference. We'll be hosting every month. We'll do a not every month, but Mother's Day. We'll do a mother-daughter tea. But every month we're gonna have a tea party for the girls.
Okay.
So
awesome. We need to go down there and support them.
Please
Yeah,
do.
let's do that.
What got me started with that was with my Girl Scouts. You know, I was a Girl Scout troop leader for 3 years, and I missed my girls. And they started to call me, and they would say, Miss Teasha, where are you at? What are you doing? You know? And so because I'm not doing Girl Scouts anymore, and I'm actually starting on my nonprofit organization, I want to be able to start bringing the kids in and doing little things with them. And then it's summertime, so I'm planning some other events as well for them. So that's one of the things that we're up to right now.
Okay, great.
And then we have another event in North Carolina. It will I would actually post it as well. It is a $1 million weekend, so anybody's welcome. It is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's a finance.
That's your finance.
Finance.
Okay.
So I will get that out
So
to you as well.
anybody in that area, Winston-Salem,
North Carolina.
North Carolina. So y'all can check it out. And also, I know that you have an event coming up.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes,
it is the Empower the Entrepreneur event, June 7th and 8th. Now listen, my birthday is June 5th, so this is going to be like a birthday celebration / taking advantage of opportunity in the room full of entrepreneurs. I'm here to empower people who are inspired to become entrepreneurs or already entrepreneurs that want to take their business to the next level. We're going to have people in there presenting that will help you take your business to 6-7 figures. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. We're going to have some powerful people on board, and we will continue to release information. There is a VIP section as well, so definitely call the number on the flyer if you need to RSVP. That number, if I can read it for you really quick, it's going to be 678-677-3858. Again, 678-677-3858. You can also go to www.empowertheentrepreneur.eventbrite.com to get your ticket. Okay, so you don't want to miss this. I want everyone in the room because I believe in you guys, and I think that together we are going to make some powerful things happen for all entrepreneurs. So yes, June 7th and 8th.
Yes. You know, I be cracking up. I have all kind of voices going on inside my head, outside of y'all voices going on. But I just want to thank everybody for coming out today, for tuning in. Facebook is lit up. They cheering for me to take my... Somebody say, get off.
She better not take that wig off. I'm going left.
The team won't let it go down today, but we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back next month, same time, same place, and we're so excited because these ladies, as you can tell, these are ladies that's out here doing it. I want to encourage y'all to reach out to these ladies in any type of capacity. They are the sweetest, adorable group of women that you will ever meet. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I am so honored and so fortunate to be able to say that I really, really, really am glad that I have such amazing co-hosts. And you know that one down there, she gonna let y'all know she a co-host all the time.
All the time.
So that being said, I just want to encourage y'all to make sure that you tune in on tomorrow on the Wake Up Winning for Entrepreneurs and Facebook. We'll be going live. And if you're interested in joining me on that platform, I love to talk to people about how they're waking up winning. I forgot what our title was for this coming. What is it? Prosperity Time.
That's the 6 o'clock show.
It's Prosperity Time. So that's our subject for this week. We're gonna be diving in, and prosperity is across the board. Prosperity in your health, your wealth, your finance, your mental health, your lifestyle. You know, it's prosperity time.
That's
y'all.
the 6 o'clock show.
Right? That's the 6 o'clock show.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the 6 o'clock show. That's
That's
how
the
we
6
do it.
a.m. show.
The 6 a.m. 6-ish.
I gotta catch the noon show.
6-ish. You know, I was trying to get better. I was on point, y'all. Then my life kind of got shifted around. Now I'm trying to come on the uprise. But we're going to get it together. So I just want to encourage y'all, make sure you, like I said, if you follow these ladies, you can hit me up at Wanda D at IamEnough365.com. You can send me an email directly, or if you're interested in being a guest on the show, please send an email to IamEnoughTalkShow@gmail.com, and we can get you going and moving in any type of direction. I want to leave you with these final words. And you know, we have a lot of time, we have a lot of fun. You know, and if you're not having fun in life, then you probably need to look at your life and do something different. Mm-hmm. Okay, first of all. Mm-hmm. Resurrection to me means everything inside of you that needs to be reborn and rebirth. It's time. You know, it's time now. Now is the time. Nothing is promised. Tomorrow isn't promised. You only have these moment by moment experiences. That's why I really enjoy what I do. If I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, then I'm not going to do it. I have made that decision in my life. At this age in my life, I made that decision. So I just want you all watching and listening, and if you come by and catch the replay, if you're catching on demand, just remember that. Remember that you only have one life right now. I don't know what the afterlife looks like because I haven't gone there yet. So I'm just trying to deal with the one I have. And I'm not going to waste any time with life in not being happy and fulfilled in life. Right. So we have to be responsible for the decisions that we make. We have to make better choices, and we have to not walk by fear. Mm-hmm. We have to walk by faith. Correct. Faith means doing the things that's sometimes difficult, and sometimes doing the things that people tell you that can't be done. It also means that when you backed up into that corner, that your faith can push through. See, you don't have to demonstrate faith when everything's working out well for you, but you do have to demonstrate it when your back is against the wall, when your face is in the mud. That's when you have to demonstrate faith. Yes. And another thing you have to do is surround yourself with good people in your life. Yes. The people that you can call on. Decide on who's going to be your accountability partner. Mm-hmm. Share with them, and then answer the phone when they call. Yes. Okay? So, that being said, I love you, love you. There's nothing that you can do about it. Absolutely nothing, so don't try. And, hey, we're going to tell them bye-bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.